I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable.
How you doing, Pretty Red?
I'm good, thank you.
Looking good. You're looking good.
I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
You have a right to feel angry. You have a right to keep trying. You have the right to seek another opinion. You have the right to stop trying. You have the right to set limits. You have the right to just be a. You have the right to do anything besides abuse. You have the right because at this point you are in the point where I need to do what is best for my child. So I have the right to fight however I need to fight for my child. You have a right to privacy. Make sure you know that they don't need to know all your business. If you don't want them to know all your business, you have a right to challenge the doctors. You have the right to challenge the teachers. You have the right to challenge the IEP director. It is your right. You and look, let's be transparent. You have the right to be annoyed with your kid, okay? Because sometimes they can be a trip. Because you know when Mr. Caleb be going through all them paper towels, baby. I mean, I mean, like you need a job. But these are your rights. Don't feel bad about it. These are the rights that you have as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Same
They
thing
have some
if it's a
programs
regular kid.
that
The
have
normal
worked.
kid, you got the right to feel that way too, but you got that right. um, okay. This part of my initiative is I call it SAFE. That's why you have the ACCP. SAFE is support, advocacy, friendship, and encouragement. This is the top things that I want to promote. That you have support, you have advocacy, and you develop friendships, and you have encouragement. And this is where I got the acronym SAFE from. So this is the time to take time to accept the diagnosis. Remember that a diagnosis does not define your child. It is your child. It is not autism. It is not the end of the world. It's just beginning. Your child just learns different. They think a different way. We want them to be like us, but and do things like us, but they just have their own unique way of doing things. And instead of us trying to force them to learn our ways, maybe we need to just take a little time to learn their ways. Like I learned with Mr. Caleb, he learns in rhythm. That's why he's so good with music, because he learns in rhythm. I had to learn that. Take the time to learn your child. That's one of the things I preach or teach with a lot of the parents. Learn your kid's niche. I learned that music was Mr. Caleb's niche, minus YouTube. Is his niche. Rhythm is his niche. He learns quicker and faster. The way he uh, um, do math problems is rhythm. He gets it with rhythm. He gets it with the a humming. He gets it with the beat of a drum. He gets it. This is how he learns. So remember that the diagnosis does not define your child. Reach out to your local support and advocacy groups. If you don't have a strong support system, especially your single parents, reach out to local support groups. There are many support groups online. If you don't want to do the in-person thing, reach out to the ones that are online as well. On my website, I have a list of those, and also that's what I'm here for.
And if
This is
you're
one
at
of the
a
things.
certain income bracket, there's funding.
There's funding for it, exactly. So a lot of the information is on the website. Um, do not focus on the past. Don't worry about what did I eat when I was pregnant to make the baby have autism. Stop doing all that. Or was it when I went to this party and I didn't know I was pregnant? Child, leave that alone. Don't focus on that. Just look towards the future. Keep life in balance. Keep your work life, home life balanced. When you find yourself being unbalanced or stressed out about either way, this is the time you need to step back, reevaluate, and see where you need to make some adjustments to keep work life and home life and autism life balance. That's a hard thing to do, and I have some of those tips in the workbook to do. And everything that I have in there is literally my experience of keeping everything together, having a full-time job and two businesses, and helping Mr. Caleb through his journey, and then in recent years taking care of my parents. So I had to balance all those things. So a lot of things in the workbook is from experience. Identify others who can help care for your child. We talked about that earlier. Identify some people that understands your child is comfortable with, where you can take some time for yourself. This is a very helpful thing, and this will help him also in with social interactions when it's not just you. And again, I had to learn that the hard way too, because when my son was died, I didn't want nobody I felt like nobody understood. Nobody will understand Mr. Caleb. Nobody's gonna take care of Mr. Caleb like me. So it was just he and I against the world. He was up under me all the time. I never would let him out of my sight. But then I had to learn to, let go, because he's not just we think in our minds that because our child has a disability or whatever, we think this is this fragile thing that like an egg that you got to protect all the time. No, like now, child, Caleb's 6'3", 300 something pounds. I don't need to I don't need child. He be taking care of me. Monitor and care for your own emotional needs. Very, very important, ladies. I'm speaking to the ladies, and again, I'm speaking from experience. I spent a lot of my life caring for Caleb. I had put aside dating. I have put aside getting married. I have, everything for me to bring me happiness. I put aside because I was so focused on Mr. Caleb. So I'm telling you, ladies and gents, make sure you don't, your life, your separate life from your child, don't become autism. Don't do that, because then you'll be like how Kevin Samuel says, by dog dialogue. There has been times where I mean I could have been married a long time ago, but because of my fears that nobody, I didn't want nobody to hurt Caleb or mistreat him, or even though I was comfortable with the person, but you just don't know, you know what I mean? So it was like I had,
You don't even want to
so I
allow
just had to, yeah, so I had to,
opportunity.
right, so I was
It's
just
going to
focused
cause you to
on
make a hard decision you don't want to do because you probably like the guy, but your child is more important. So I don't even want to create that.
For years, that's where I was, because like people like, girl, you be the first one I would think that you would be married. No, because I just felt like I just had to make sure that he was in a space, in a place where I wouldn't be worried. So now that he's older and he's higher up on the spectrum, and he's able to tell me if somebody hurts him or pretty much beat them up himself. So I'm more at ease, with my own personal life, because for years you would think that the journey was all about him, and I lost, like I said, don't lose yourself. I lost myself. For years I've lost myself. I no longer knew who I was, because
Caleb's mom.
I was Kayla's mom. That was it. Like
A lot of us
brown
do.
sugar, because I used to be called brown sugar. I ain't gonna say that, but he's called brown sugar was gone, baby. Brown sugar, who's brown sugar, baby? I'm Kayla's mom. That's it. But please, moms and dads, don't do that, because then you're gonna look back over your life. I mean, even though you were like, yes, I got my child to a certain space in their life, but then when you look back on it, you can see that you are incomplete and empty, or not having companionship that you deserve, because you didn't take the time to cultivate or develop a relationship and satisfy your emotional needs. So don't do that. That's my tip, y'all. Focus on your child's individual achievements. Get help for difficult behaviors. Yes, and yes, ladies and gents, please do not try to beat your child to death because he has a difficult behavior. Okay, make sure you seek out professional help and other ways to help define and to resolve some of the difficult behaviors. Like for example, there was a mom where she couldn't take her kid nowhere. Like she couldn't go to the store because he would just tear up the store, baby. Grocery shop, nope, no. And one of the things that I teach the moms is like, a lot of times our kids look for discipline, they thrive on that kind of stuff. And they know if I just do whatever, mommy gonna give me whatever I want. And once they figure that out, they're gonna keep throwing themselves against the wall or tearing up a store because they know that mommy gonna give me what I want. So she was like, how do you have Mr. Caleb? So he's so well behaved, blah, blah, blah. I can't go nowhere. And I told him, like, I do not treat Mr. Caleb different from any other kid. If you catch my drift, I'll bust a cat. Me and all my 5 foot.
Right. But even having it instilled young, he knows that.
Yeah, well, I instilled that in Mr. Caleb, little baby, okay? Mm-hmm. And then you have to be and speak with authority. And we said that before. You have to speak not just with the doctors, but with the kids. Speak with the authority. Now, later on in the summer, I will be doing another webinar on how to deal with your child with difficult behaviors that you just can't seem to get through. So I will be doing that sometime in the summer, probably in July. So I'll get some tips on how to deal with that. But you have to speak with authority, mean what you say, and do what you say. Like literally, Caleb is 18 years old. I only had to spank Caleb 3 times in his whole entire life. And if I raise my voice right now, guess who won't act right? Because he know mommy ain't playing. And that's what a lot of parents do when they have a child with a disability. They play with them and they're soft with them and they think that that's the best thing for them. No, children thrive on authority and discipline.
That's right.
They crave it. It's in them. So just because they have a disability doesn't mean that you go ahead and like, oh, okay, he's crying. Go ahead and give him what he want. No, child. He going
everything.
Yeah, they gonna ride you crazy.
Creating a behavior.
Well, let me just cry right now, or let me just throw everything out the window. Mommy gonna give me what? Child, please, not me. We ain't doing that. The next one is help educate others about autism. We talked about that, especially with your family members. Create a safe zone. Very, very important. You have to create a place. Your home's supposed to be a safe haven for your child. So even if they wander off, a lot of times, just like a dog or a cat, they know where the safe place is. And a lot of times when kids wander off and stuff, they usually find their way back home because they know where their safe haven is. So make sure you create a safe space for your child, safe space on the outside, safe space on the inside, wherever you go, just to know that you're comfortable, you're fine, you're safe. And, and because a lot of times kids act out when they're feeling unsafe or they're feeling agitated. They get agitated when they're feeling smothered or things like that. So a lot of times you have to create a space, wherever you're going, making sure that they are calm. Like with Mr. Caleb, when he was smaller, he had a weighted vest that kept him, calm. Some of his stimming, and we'll talk about that in another presentation. Some of the stimming techniques, some of the pressure points that will help them as well. That's another way to keep, create a safe space. Of course, looking beyond autism. Accept your child as he or she is. Don't be ashamed. Because I see a lot of times, baby. Sometimes I see these other kids, baby. I have an autistic kid before I did, because some of these other kids, child, please.
On the more well-behaved side.
Yes, okay. Like my child like to clean too, and your child don't want to clean at all. Child, yes, baby, give me my. I'm not ashamed at all.
Shame comes from the blame. The blame. Maybe I didn't do as much. When they see yours doing a little bit more, it's like, maybe I should have pushed a little more instead of pacified.
Yes. Be there when your child needs you. Learn to have patience. Nikki says that all the time. Patience. Properly discipline your child. There we go. Properly discipline your child. Properly is the word. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say you lock them up in the dog cage and all that kind of stuff like some crazy people be doing. But like we said before, children thrive on routine, discipline, and authority. Be honest with yourself, others, and your child. Be honest with them too. Don't waste time and energy on missing in action family members. Look, if your friends and family members are missing in action, they're not there for you. They don't check on you. They don't call you to see how your kid's doing or if you need any help or whatever. Child, please don't waste your time and energy worrying about them, because I've learned that whatever been missing in my life, God has always replaced them with others. So yeah, don't stretch yourself out by other people. Take a positive approach to this journey. And the number one thing is don't give up. Don't give up. There has been times when, I felt like, Mr. Caleb won't do this or won't do that. And you guys will see on the Saturday presentation, everything that the doctor said he would not do. Guess who doing it? Don't give up.
Mr. Caleb. That's right.
Mr. Caleb. Don't give up. Here are some other some resources and references. Again, this will be in the webinar packet. You have some resources, some websites that you can go to and get some more information that you may need.